Curry deciding where to go with it. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. 13 feet away. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways. Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Just 5 on the clock. Abdul-Jabbar. And the rejection by Embiid.
So agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Shot's good from Bird. Here's Westbrook. Embiid inside. And the shot goes down.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid hard to deny.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. It's good.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And here is Howard. Wade outside. Back to Howard. For the three, it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the rebound. And Albuquerque with the possession. 3-point lead. Outside for Curry. Abdul-Jabbar outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Embiid.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Out of bounds, it'll be Albuquerque's ball. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now Irving. Westbrook pulls it in. That's tipped. Outside Tatum. Pass to Gobert. Back to Tatum. Tries the spin move. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Abdul-Jabbar, no good. San Francisco trails by 5. Now Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Goodness, I mean, we feel those science dunks shake the floor.
Right side Irving. Back to Reeves. Outside Tatum. Reeves outside. Albuquerque needs to get a shot off it. Goes up on the high post. Albuquerque again can't hit it. And so Jordan will bring it up for San Francisco. They trail by 3. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. That's out of bounds. San Francisco will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Albuquerque leads by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Here's Westbrook. Rebounded by Hart. San Francisco trails by 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And so it's San Francisco with it. Now here's Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And to say Wall's explosive at the rim doesn't do him justice. I mean, this guy is a freak of nature.
Pass to Petrovic. Back to Westbrook. Spins. Clock at 6. Misses the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Petrovic. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Petrovic has got his first 3 points of the game.
And right there is the difficulty in defending Petrovic. He can burn you from deep as well as off the dribble.
And San Francisco calls time here. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And not a whole lot that D can do. Once Howard is in position for the dunk, he might as well start jogging back the other way.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms. And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
Down low, it's tipped. Westbrook with the steal. Here we go, all alone.
Constant energy. Westbrook's effort on D leads to a hoop. You're not going to outwork this guy.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Outside Westbrook. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the thing about Westbrook, everything he does is explosive. I mean, so difficult to contain.
Both free throws good from Westbrook.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Stolen by Bird. Pass to Petrovic. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. The kick out to Westbrook. Garnett outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Williamson. Williamson with the block.
Erased by Zion. He went for it with a lot of enthusiasm. No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
Back to Howard. Garnett with the block. And they'll get another chance. Here is Howard. He has 5. And they're unable to get the time basket there. Albuquerque leading by 3. And here's Bird for 3. Rebounded by Howard. And San Francisco calls time here. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
San Francisco trails by 3. Outside Edwards. Thompson inside. To the paint. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Albuquerque leading by 3. Outside Curry. The focus from Curry gets it to fall inside.
There isn't a shot Steph Curry doesn't have a feel for. Floaters, runners, whatever. The tougher, the better.
And that one drops for him. Curry's got the lead up to 7 now for Albuquerque.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And so it's Albuquerque bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we'll be back with you shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And so here's Albuquerque. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And now, David Aldridge has an update for us on Zion Williamson. David, what's the news?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for San Francisco gave us some information, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it is always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Realizing this guy has the green light to take those shots. Westbrook has such confidence in that jumper.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Second chance shot. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Abdul-Jabbar with it. Westbrook picks him up. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Kicks it out to Giannis. A wide open look for Bird. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
The kick out to Westbrook. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Curry. And again, Albuquerque with the triple.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
And there's the ferociousness. Got to enjoy Westbrook taking flight and slamming it down there with authority.
Bird high post. He's got 6. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Tries the spin move. 4 on the clock. Launches it from deep. And it's San Francisco with the rebound.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. There's 1:38 left in the third. Up top, Tatum. Hasn't made one yet. He gets it in there.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
Wall's shot is good.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Tatum on the wing. Thompson comes with a double team. Irving with a clean look. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the dunk by Tatum.
How about Tatum there with the finish with some authority above the rim?
Poke loose. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Assist goes to
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Has to Gobert. Back to Irving. Reeves outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And how about that decision by Kyrie? That's why you want the ball in his hands.
Here's Thompson. And a wide open look for Jordan. Cans it from downtown. Jordan's got himself on the board with 3 there. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall.
John Wall.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Irving with it. Still scoreless. Pass to Gobert. From deep, Reeves. And so it's Albuquerque headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Wade. To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Howard just too strong inside. You've got to foul and get your money's worth.
Albuquerque leading by 5. Up top, Curry. Here's Wembanyama. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And let's not forget how dominant they've been defensively. Great job of forcing some tough shots, often leading to blocks.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. And here is Curry. Curry on the drive. And it's sent back by Howard. Pass to Edwards. Nice D from Bird. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And his athleticism comes through in all kinds of ways. You've got to be nimble to make moves like Giannis.
That's out of bounds. San Francisco will retain possession. And San Francisco calls time here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team, told him the effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Albuquerque. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. That one, no good. Good D by Howard. Here's Jordan. Oh, he jams it right over Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wow!
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
Giannis inside. They retain possession. Pass to Wembanyama. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Smart play there. I don't think we give Wemby's IQ for the game enough love, but he was a pro in France at a young age, and that obviously gave him a lot of experience.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now.
2 minutes.
Inside, Westbrook. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes. Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
San Francisco ball.
.136 left to play in the final quarter. Wade outside. On the wing, Jordan. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Curry with the 3. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. San Francisco trails by 8. Here's Wade. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Down low. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Here's Wembanyama. Albuquerque again can't hit it. And 3 from Jordan. Rebound by Albuquerque.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. Buries it from 3-point range.
This is why Tatum is a volume 3-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
San Francisco foul call. Russell Westbrook. Third personal foul. Fifth team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
Stephen Curry hits them both. And San Francisco with possession. It's a 13-point game. Edwards, no good. Here's Petrovic. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.